Here with Hayes Carlyon, our Jaguars beat reporter on 1010XL. And of course, you can read his work, the Hayes Jaguars blog, presented by Mr. Reuter of Jacksonville on 1010XL.com. And of course, you hear him every weekday afternoon on The Frangie Show. Hayes, AFC Championship game.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jacksonville?
Absolutely. So, where to start, though? It's been a very interesting week as far as storylines are concerned. Obviously, with Tom Brady, with the whole hand deal, and that was something that just has continued to develop in an interesting way this week. Jalen Ramsey speaking today as well, addressing some of the comments he made regarding the Super Bowl and the reactions to that and everything. But all in all, a lot of crazy storylines this week leading up to this AFC title game.
A lot of crazy storylines, but again, at the end of the day, this all comes down to one thing, and that's, can the Jaguars hit Tom Brady? They need to be able to do it often. They need to do it early and get him feeling that pressure. I think they can. They're built to do it, but that's the key. It's almost impossible to see the Jaguars winning a game in which Tom Brady is only sacked one time and only hit 3 times. They've got to get after him. The sack number is important, but the crucial part to this is the amount of times they hit Brady. That number needs to be at least over 8 if you look at previous New England losses in the playoffs. The Jaguars have the personnel to do it. Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue, Malik Jackson, and Dante Fowler combined for 45 sacks this season, including the playoffs. It's got to come down to those 4. The Jaguars need 7 in coverage at all times. I would not blitz Tom Brady. I would not try to outwit him. I would unleash my 4 athletes on him all game long and look at my 7 in the back to cover and get the picks and the deflections, and I think they can do it, and I think they will do it.
And then one guy you mentioned earlier who has had a history of being able to find a way to get to Tom Brady, you mentioned Malik Jackson. How important is he going to be in this game?
He's huge because when you look at Brady, he's so good at moving around in the pocket, but what is really difficult to do, even if you have the kind of savvy Brady has, is to move when the pressure is coming right up at you. And that's what the interior can do. That's what Malik Jackson can do. The Ravens were able to beat New England in Foxborough in the AFC title game in 2012, and they didn't sack Brady that day, but they did hit him 8 times. 3 of those came from Haloti Ngata right up the middle. So that's going to be huge, and the Patriots only scored like 13 points that day. So that's the recipe. If Malik Jackson can get going in the interior, that will be enormous for the Jaguars. I think you'll see Calais Campbell play inside a lot more than what we have seen. I think this is going to be a game where Ngakoue and Dante Fowler have accelerated snap counts. The key will be what New England decides to do. Could they try and counter that with some run early in the game, maybe more run heavy than what we're used to seeing with Dion Lewis, and try and see if they can catch the Jaguar defensive linemen in some bad gaps and see if they can break some runs to sort of make them a little bit more honest. That's one thing that I'll really be focusing in on the first couple drives of the game for the Patriots.
Finally, how confident are you? How good do you feel about the Jags doing what some may think is unthinkable, going up to Foxborough and beating New England in the AFC title game?
It'll be a very close game, but the Jaguars are going to win this game 20-17, and the Jaguars are going to the Super Bowl.
Love it. Hayes, as always, thank you for your time. And again, you can hear him every weekday afternoon on The Frangie Show and read his work, his Jaguars blog presented by Mr. Reuter of Jacksonville on 1010XL.com. Hayes, thanks again.
Thanks so much.